Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm going to be bringing you another full concept that I just finished. This is in the same manner that my previous one with Rengar, or I think that's what his name was made. Basically, I got sent a story by this guy that wanted me to basically envision his character, his creation. So this one is called Szerspliex. Not the easiest name to pronounce, but I don't. It's none of my business. So he's supposed to be part of another race, sort of very human. I mean, they're basically identical to humans, only somewhat larger, like 2-3 feet larger or something like that, from another planet, obviously. So this guy's story goes something like this. In short, he was born on his planet called how the fuck do you pronounce Cortex, I guess. I keep wanting to say cortex. And the way they rear their children is they throw them in the wild and let them fend for themselves and eat whatever they manage to hunt and kill. So basically, they raise them like animals to develop their natural primal instincts. I think that's what was done in like Sparta or something, from what I remember. Not sure if it's. I'm just thinking of the movie here. Not sure if that's what actually happened. But yeah, plenty of cultures actually do. It's sort of a rite of passage, but not as infants, obviously, but as teenagers or children, something like that, a bit older. So anyway, moving on. He did just fine. He hunted and he grew to like 2.5 meters tall, very muscular, very well built, like most of his peoples. His instincts were developed to the maximum, of course, etc., etc. So there was some conflict in his tribe, and he got thrown out. And he stumbled upon a rune cave where he blacked out and woke up knowing another language, like a rune language, and being able to invoke various power words to get out of trouble, like killing someone with a rune word or forging various pieces of armor from runes. Basically, he's supposed to be carrying a shield that broke into several parts that now make up the shape of the rune, and the various parts are orbiting around a central piece that he had attached to his gauntlet, which is sort of a modified version of a piece of armor. In the original story, the guy wanted me to draw him in, like, I think full body armor, but to be honest, I ditched that, because if we're talking about a character that is very agile, very, like reared in the wild, being able to run, jump, etc., you're not going to really deck him out in full body armor. That's a bit counterintuitive. So hopefully he doesn't mind, but if he does, then I'll just have to redo the entire thing. But in my mind, from a logical point of view, it makes more sense to have him very scantily armored, so as to be able to take full advantage of his agility. He's also supposed to be carrying a sword, which is also empowered via a rune word. And he is also sporting a sort of a hood made out of a wolf's head that he killed while testing his new abilities. So that's basically it. The last character I drew in the same way turned out to be something for a sort of an RPG game that the guy was either coming up with or had made. I don't quite remember. So I think this is a similar situation. Some of these stories are interesting, but looking at it from the outside, like, I know what it's like for it to be completely subjective when it comes to your creation. But looking at it from the outside, some of these things could use a little bit of touching up in the logical sense, because there are some elements in both of these stories that don't really make that much sense if you were to compare it with classical RPG way of being or way of building characters. So yeah, anyway, the drawing took about 4 hours, got paid for it up front, and I'm just waiting to see if the guy approves of the concept. Hopefully so. And the way the story finished, basically, is he got into a bunch of trouble with his tribe and eventually secluded himself in some cave, still learning and developing his abilities, and apparently that's where he can be found to this day. He's also supposed to be having glowing eyes, under his wolf's head hood, and that's really about it. No real action, not much action to the story, but hey, whatever. It's the guy's creation, and respect for that. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and please rate that shit. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow when I plan to make another video. I'm gonna go play Chivalry now. Fucking hyped. Anyway, see you later. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.